Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
You are Oh, hey, it's Black Optimus Prime!
I am Nemesis Prime! You are nothing!
You suck.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Transformers figure, and it's from Power of the Primes. It's an Amazon exclusive Nemesis Prime. Now, I actually got this figure for my birthday, which was at the end of August, and I love a Nemesis Prime figure. And I really do like the mold for this Power of the Primes Optimus, but I gotta say, straight out of the gate, I do have an issue with this figure. And that's the head sculpt. It has a different head sculpt than the Optimus Prime that we get in this line, which normally I'm like, alright, new head sculpt, but I don't like this head sculpt as much as I do the Optimus head sculpt. This one's a bit too angular and maybe, I don't know, a bit too car robots to me. I'm not really sure. I'm just not digging it all that well. I don't know. I'm thinking about, before I even get this open, I'm thinking about going to get an Optimus Prime just so I can do a head swap and put a black head on it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you have this figure? Do you like this head sculpt? Leave a comment down below. So like I said, this is an Amazon exclusive figure. It's going for $50 on Amazon, which is not too terribly bad. At the time of this recording, it is still available. We've got Nemesis here. He's got his Nemesis Matrix. We got a couple guns up there. A couple swords. I definitely dig that. And one of the swords turns into a bird falcon thing, which is weird. But I'm definitely digging the paint on this guy. Very cool. It says Transformers Generations. It says Power of the Primes up at the top. And then we get Nemesis down there, and it says Nemesis Prime. I wish there was like an Amazon exclusive sticker on it. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, there's a close-up. There he is in there, the little purple matrix, looking all kinds of cool. There's the artwork on the package. It says Nemesis Prime, and then the art kind of rolls around right there. We get the artwork again, Power of the Primes. Side of the package really doesn't have anything except, you know, it says Power of the Primes right there. Here is the back of the packaging. So the back of the box shows Nemesis Prime, and then we get Nemesis packs, because this is kind of the evolution set where you have Optimus and Orion in the normal version, which I still need to get. And it's got a write-up of Nemesis there, and then it talks about, oh, no, that's just the different languages. But here's our little bird named Giza. That's kind of interesting. Don't know what that's about. If you know the reference for that, leave a comment down below. Then we get Nemesis packs there looking kind of cool. And then there's the vehicle mode. Looks very much like the Power Master Prime, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely digging that. But it's also different, which I also dig. And then little Nemesis packs just turns into the cab by itself. And then, of course, it shows the Matrix right there looking all kinds of cool. So just kind of a close-up. Here's the write-up on Nemesis. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, there he is in his robot mode. There he is in his big old truck mode. And then there is Nemesis packs right there, and shows you comes out of the armor. There he is in the little cab mode, and there we have the Matrix play gimmick. So yeah, that's definitely pretty cool. I am psyched about this figure, except for the head sculpt. I don't know why they just didn't repaint the one that we got. The Optimus Prime head sculpt looks so much cooler, I think. I don't know. So let's go ahead and get Nemesis out of package and see what we think. So here we have Nemesis Prime out of the packaging, and I gotta say, for the most part, I like this figure. There's some issues I've got with it, primarily the head sculpt. I just wish they used the Optimus head sculpt and repainted it. It's kind of cool that we got a new head sculpt, but I just don't think it's quite as cool. The color scheme on this is gorgeous. I will give it that. It looks a lot better than the Optimus Prime version. I love the teal and the reds. All that is very, very cool. He comes with 2 swords, which is pretty neat. I love the addition of these great big guns. You can store his little rifle on his back, which is very, very cool. It's got the play gimmick where you can open up the panels to reveal the dark matrix of leadership. So it's a double panel, which is kind of weird, unlike the Rodimus version. So you're going to open this up like that, and then you're going to open this secondary paneling up in here, and then you can see the matrix. Kind of hard to see. There it is. And getting it in there is a pain in the tuchus. You basically have to lay this guy flat on his back and drop the matrix down in there is the best way I have found to do it. And once I got it in there, and I just did not want to get it back out. So it will stay so it does not get lost. He can't hold it either. I think that is a little unfortunate that you cannot have him hold the matrix, which is a bit of a bummer. The other issues I've got are the paneling pieces on this. There are a lot of pieces on this figure that feel very, very thin and like they're going to snap. This is not a figure I would get for kids under probably 10. This is a pretty pricey figure. It's 50 bucks, and it's got parts on it. They're going to snap just like that if you don't know what you're doing. And even knowing what you're doing, I still felt nervous moving some of these paneling pieces around the legs and the arms. They just didn't feel like they were going to go. They felt like they were just going to break. So be aware of that. Now, as far as articulation on the figure, I'm going to take his swords out of his hands here so we can see it a little bit better. Come on, buddy. Get out of there. Okay, so let's see here. His head moves back and forth. There is very slight movement down, very slight movement upwards. He has no articulation at the waist because of the way it's built. His arms swing out like this. They do swing up like that. There is a joint at the elbow right there. There's also a twist at the elbow, which is nice. There's nothing really at the fists. And then his legs go up, about that far. They go back really far, which is nice. They hinge outward, and that feels like it's going to get loose over time, so be aware of that. There is a twist at the upper leg, and then he's got a double jointed knee, which is nice. I do like that. And then he's got hinges on the feet right there. And then they don't, well, yeah, they do. They got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. Pretty impressive. I've been messing with this thing for 3 days, just realized it. Way to go, Nemi! Taking a closer look at the figure itself, I do like the head sculpt on this figure. I just like the other Optimus head sculpt better. I appreciate the fact that we got a different head sculpt, but if they would have made it interchangeable maybe, I think I would have liked it a little bit better. I think it looks more toy-like than the other version of Optimus. I think that it has more of the G1 cartoon. He's got a lot of backpack going on with these legs, and they can get kind of loose and goosey. You've got to clamp them in just right, so be aware of that. Love the smokestacks, love the silver stacks, all the black. He's got the Decepticon stickers on his arms. Love the red on the chest there and the silver plating. All that looks really, really good. A lot of black on this figure, which I really, really do dig. Taking a look at the midsection of the figure, love the big guns on his arms. I think that's a great addition. Love all that kind of bluish teal color. Metallic looks great. The silver looks good. The black hands, all the black and the stickers on the forearms look good. What I really like about this figure over the Optimus is the fact that the color scheme all works together really, really well. Whereas the Optimus has a lot of gray on his arms and his legs, and his fists are gray, which don't really match Optimus that much, but everything's perfect as far as color scheme goes on this figure, and I'm really, really appreciative of that. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, I like how the trailer wraps around the legs and it kind of hides a lot of the empty spaces on the figure, but there's a lot of thin panels that really frighten the hell out of me. The feet are relatively stable for the most part, but there's a lot of gappage going around the ankles, which is a bit unsightly, and I don't know, I'm just afraid the joints on this thing are not going to hold over time, and it's going to get loose. And then something's going to fall, something's going to snap. I don't know. This guy kind of makes me nervous a little bit. But, I mean, it's held up, and I've been posing it a lot here lately. And none of the joints have failed as of yet. So here we have Nemesis Pax in his robot mode, and this is a really goofy little figure. Not the biggest fan of this particular bot. His joints are really, really weird, and it's because of transformation. He's going from a bigger bot to a smaller bot and into the trailer. Yeah, so I think that's kind of weird. What I do like is his gun, the Nemesis Prime cannon, or Optimus's cannon, breaks into two weapons. The problem is this one really doesn't fit in his hand very well, which is a bit unfortunate, but the other one works just fine. And then also, while I got this smaller breakdown, this is the bird sword. You open this up like this, and then you flip it down, and he turns into this condor, which is very strange. I don't know why they had this. It's cool. It's got a nice wide wingspan. The problem is he can't really fit the bird onto his arm or anything. It would have been cooler, I think, if they would have painted this like Laserbeak or something. That would have been a little bit cooler, but yeah, so there's that, and I just really don't know why. Alright, so articulation on this guy, like I said, his joints are very, very awkward to me. I'm going to pull the weapons out right here. Let's see here. His head does not move very much. The joint is either really tight or just doesn't move at all. I'm not really sure which, but I don't want to break it off, so I'm not going to force it. He's got a ball joint up here, which is kind of awkward feeling, and then he's got these swing joints, but that's for transformation. He does have a mushroom peg up here that likes to get loose, so be careful of that. He has a double jointed elbow, again for transformation. The hands do move down a little bit for transformation. He has no articulation in the waist. His hips do swing up and they do swing back, and then he's got a ball joint right there that likes to pop out, so beware of that. There's a mushroom peg right there that likes to come undone, be aware of that. And then he's got a single joint at his knee, and then his foot hinges up and down, again primarily for transformation, but it does help with stabilization of the figure. Overall, I mean, it's an okay figure for being the midpoint figure. I just don't particularly care for it. Like I said, the joints are weird. The ball joints come off, the mushroom pegs come off. His face is really weird looking to me, but I do like the color scheme. I'll give him that. So taking a closer look at Nemesis Pax himself, this figure's kind of weird to me. The head sculpt, very odd, not quite Optimus Prime, just looks strange. He's got an AB Decepticon logo on his arms. The arms really remind me of Agent Ravage from Beast Wars for some reason. The backpack folds up pretty well on the back. It's just great big glass windows of red, and that's pretty much for the Nemesis Prime larger robot mode. Very more slick and round in this, almost Galvatron shaped, which is kind of funny in the arms. I do like the red plastic, the turquoise, the silver. That all looks really, really nice. It's just a weird, awkward figure. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, the arms, very rounded off compared to Nemesis Prime himself, which I suppose works as it's supposed to be like the evil Orion Pax. I like all the silver paint apps on the midsection and the waist. That looks good. We get the silver in the elbows. That looks pretty decent. And then again, he's got kind of the big truck stuff hanging off of the backpack, which is okay. That works. Again, mainly for the cab and for Nemesis Prime in the larger mode. Looks pretty decent, but the thing that really sets this smaller figure off is this turquoise and silver on his chest along with the red. I mean, that's just classic Nemesis colors. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, I like how the wheels kind of fold in the back, eats up some of the empty spaces. The feet work, I suppose. I do like the stickers on his calves there. Those look really, really nice, very shiny. I hope they hold up over time. It stands pretty well. I will give him that. There's a little bit of gappage on the inside of the legs, but that's okay. I can definitely forgive that. We got the tanks. Kind of hard to see on the upper or the back of the legs there. Overall, not too terribly bad, not the best, but definitely not the worst put together figure. For comparison, here we have Nemesis Prime with his evil successor, Rodimus Unicronus. And he's actually a little bit bigger than Rodimus here, which is kind of interesting. I like both of these characters. I love their paint schemes. I love their kind of dark evilness going on here, but I gotta say, I think I like this one a little bit more, just for the fact he's a shattered glass version of the character, which we did not ever get in the official Hasbro line. But I still like that guy a lot. Man, I just don't know which one I like more. So here we have Nemesis Prime in his truck mode, and there's something very glaringly wrong with this figure. And if you don't know what it is, he doesn't have any stickers on his trailer. And that's, I mean, it's both sides. They completely and utterly forgot to put the stickers on this toy, which is about the worst QC error I have seen from Hasbro in my own personal experience. And to be honest, I don't know if I like it or I don't like it. Because quite frankly, the stickers that were on the Rodimus Unicronus figure were pretty crap. And after talking to some people on the boards out there on Facebook, they're saying pretty much the same thing is the case with this guy's stickers. Someone on Transformers Addict joked that it was the stealth mode, which I thought was kind of funny. But, I'm going to contact Hasbro, actually, and say, hey, look, here's what happened. Show them my purchase from Amazon, and then show them pictures of this thing, and see what they do. I don't know if they'll do anything at all. I don't know if they'll send me a sticker sheet so I can finish it off, or if they'll opt to send another figure. I'll let you guys know what happens of that. So aside from the stickers being missing, it's not a bad vehicle mode. It's a little goofy in spots, like this whole back section of the cab kind of sucks. You can actually see Optimus's head. Well, it's not Optimus, it would be Nemesis Pax's head, I guess. And there's some gaping holes right here in the trailer. It's kind of hard to see because it's all black. I'm going to take this off for a second and just kind of show the mess of the back end here. Yeah, that's really ugly. Don't really dig that at all. And you can kind of see Nemesis Pax's head right there. The other issue I have with this is they should have painted the smokestacks silver. That's kind of garbage, and I would have liked some paint on the wheels. The front of the vehicle looks pretty good. I do like that. I like the red windows. I like the blue lights there. That all looks really, really good. Definitely dig that. The trailer, stickerless trailer. We got the sword and the other sword mounted right there. The gun mounts right here and kind of chews up the empty space there. I do have a Decepticon logo, which is nice. And then we get the two big guns that kind of hang off the side there. You can remove these weapon pieces. I'll just take the bulk of the weapons off here. And then you can swing these panels, and they're supposed to close in, but this particular figure really doesn't like to do that very well. So yeah, there's the all black Optimus with no stickers. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know if I like that or not. I would have liked the stickers right here at least. I think it would look better. than all black, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. But overall, I guess it's not that bad of a truck and trailer. I have seen worse, that's for sure, but it's not the best. I think a little bit more paint app and a little less gappage everywhere, it would have been a better figure. I guess it is what it is. So is the Amazon.com exclusive Nemesis Prime something you want in your Transformers collection? Well, if you like Nemesis Prime, I think this is a figure you're really going to dig. If you like the Power of the Prime stuff, this is something you're probably going to like. I particularly like the figure, I think. I've got a lot of gripes, and I've complained about the figure throughout the review, but overall, I do like the bulkiness of it. I like the size of him. I like the color scheme. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I would have preferred the other head sculpt that was on the retail Optimus Prime versus this one, but I do appreciate the alternate head sculpt that we did get with it. I think there are a lot of panels that are way too thin. I do not recommend this figure for a child under the age of 10. I think they will break it. This is definitely more towards the adult collector. It retails for $50, which is about what the retail Optimus is going for. I think it's going for about $45, $50 as well. So it's about the same price range, which is not bad. At the time of this recording, they still have them on Amazon, so go check them out for sure. Overall, I really do like the figure. Like I said, I complained about it a lot, but it's a nice bulky figure. My particular figure didn't come with any stickers for the trailer, and I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I've talked to some people on the Facebook boards. They've complained about those stickers on the trailer, so maybe it was divine intervention for me. I don't know. I'm still going to get a hold of Hasbro and talk to them about it and see if they can send a sticker sheet out or something. That would be kind of nice because I did pay for the figure. I'd like a complete figure, so I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, definitely cool. You're not going to find him at retail. He is an Amazon exclusive, so go to Amazon, check it out, see if you can find him. It takes, oh god, I don't know, it took like 2 days for him to actually get to me, which is pretty cool. Overall, not too bad. The truck mode's kind of but I gotta say, I do like him, but I'm a sucker for a Nemesis Prime. So there he is, the Amazon exclusive Nemesis Prime from Transformers Power of the Primes.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.